you for watching. The post-game press conferences here in the 4 p.m. window for the late afternoon slate of games of this first Sunday in the National Football League. Thank you for watching all of them. Be sure to click that like button, subscribe to the channel. Boy, the Detroit Lions, they really miss Ben Johnson big time. They got a lot of yards, but they had extreme difficulty converting in the red zone. Only reached the end zone one time. That was in the final minute of the game. Unbelievable catch, by the way, by Isaac Tesla. They only got 13 points on the board in a 27-13 win for the Green Bay Packers. The Pack starts strong with Micah. Also, other games going on in Seattle. A defensive struggle. A battle between NFC West rivals, the 49ers and the Seahawks. Brock Purdy leading the Niners down late for a winning drive in the final 2 minutes. San Francisco wins that one. Score of 17-13. Also going on Mile High in Denver. Ugly football game. Be honest with you. Ugly football game between the Titans and the Broncos. Cam Ward struggling in his first NFL start. The Broncos defense chomping it down on him. And it looks like Denver Blue and Orange and Mile High will escape a close Week 1 victory, and also the other game going on in this 4 p.m. window. A bit of an underrated game since most of the country got Detroit and Green Bay. It's the game between the Texans and the Rams. Matthew Stafford efficient, 20 of 28, but an extreme defensive struggle. That game is 14-9 Rams in the final 90 seconds, and the Houston defense trying to stop the Rams to get the ball back one last time to try to win it at the very end with C.J. Stroud. A very compelling 4 p.m. slate here. Green Bay showing their contenders in the NFC. Sam Darnold without Kevin O'Connell. He turns right back into a pumpkin. The Denver defense, we already knew they were elite. And they still are. And remember, everybody, you know Sean Payton somehow in his post-game press conference for Denver, he's somehow going to factor in how much he hates Russell Wilson. Because that's just how life is. The sun rises in the morning, the moon is in the sky at nighttime, and Sean Payton hates Russell Wilson. It's just how it is. And the close game with the Texans and the Rams, we'll see how that one winds up. Sunday Night Football, that's going to be amazing. That is between a couple of the best quarterbacks in the league, MVP, All-Pro, Hall of Fame candidates, Super Bowl contenders in the AFC. We'll make sure late to bring you those post-game pressers as well tonight. The Ravens against the Bills, Lamar against Josh. A rematch of an epic divisional round playoff game last year. Buffalo winning by 2 because Mark Andrews had stone hands. I want to thank you for all of your viewership and your support today with the post-game coverage of all these NFL games. We will keep on doing it here. Week 1 NFL in the Truth Serum. God bless. Good night.